Hi everyone and welcome back to episode 3 in our Costa Toscana series. In our last episode, we took you ashore in beautiful Sardinia and showed you one of the most amazing beaches on the island. Even if the water was a little bit too cold for Laura's liking, we were upsold to 20 million times on the beach before heading back to the ship to, well, try and see a show. And in the show we did get to see was teppanyaki, as we tried speciality dining for the first time on board a Costa cruise ship. Today, in this episode, we are taking you into one of the most famous cities on the planet, Rome. Good morning guys and welcome back. So today we are still on board Costa Toscana and we are docked in Civitavecchia, which is the port for Rome. I had to think there.
I thought you were queuing me in to do a little intro myself, so I went for it. We're heading to Rome, Vatican City to be precise.
Yes, so we have docked. It's 8 o'clock this morning. We're actually just finishing lining up at the moment, and we are joined by one of the biggest cruise ships in the world and another big American ship. So it's going to be busy out there today.
Yes, it is.
And now we're planning. What have we got on?
So we've not got a huge amount on considering we're going to an enormous city. We're heading straight for Vatican City on the train, which is from Civitavecchia into Rome direct. We're hoping it's going to be straightforward, but the aforementioned cruise ships suggest that it's going to be pretty busy.
There's been a lot of people. I mean, from what I've heard before, so I've docked here, I think this is my 4th time here this year, but I've never tried to go to Rome. But everyone that I've spoken to says that it's pretty straightforward because this city is actually the final stop on the train line. So I think when you get to the station, you just get on a train and it should take you all the way in. But yeah, I think it might be a case of breathe in when that door begins to close. So look, we are just about to head down for breakfast. Before we do, any nerves today? Because you've never been here before at all, have you?
No nerves for going to Rome, no nerves for going to Vatican City. However, I hurt my foot. We walked for 30,000
Yeah, we probably shouldn't brief on that.
on Saturday in Barcelona. And normally I walk a lot. I would hike, I'd go up mountains, but for some reason I hurt my foot.
I think you must have gone over it at some point.
There was a moment going into the lift where there was a hazard and I tripped. Quite significantly.
Spectacularly. Not significantly, spectacularly. So long story short, Laura's tripped going into a lift and damaged her foot. So today we may end dramatically early at any point, but who knows. So hopefully, touch wood, knock on wood, we are going to get to the Vatican, which before we go, fun fact.
It's its own independent state and it's made up entirely from a population perspective of nuns and priests.
I thought I was going to say the fun fact.
Well, you looked at me.
You were meant to say, oh really, what's your fun fact?
Oh, we didn't
So that
practice
is
that.
the fun
That's
fact.
the fun fact.
So
I've delivered
later
it.
today I may give you yet another fun fact,
One
of
can only
which there
hope.
are many. Let's consult Google. So anyway, on this note guys, let's get down to the buffet. I am going to load up on pastries. What are you going for? Probably fruit or something.
Fruit, but hash browns.
Hash
The hash browns yesterday and beans.
So pastries, hash browns and beans, I might join you in that.
Carbohydrates.
Coming right up, and then let us get off the ship and into Rome. Right, okay, so we are
In
off the bus.
I'm not sure I'm saying that right.
I don't think you are. Civitavecchia is how I say it.
It's V.
That might be wrong though.
Civitavecchia.
Guys, we've just got off the bus and do you want to inform what that was like getting on the bus?
Oh, I mean, it was chaotic. Fraser
Mad.
had to utilise an elbow. However, it was free.
Which someone went under.
Yeah. Someone, his arm was out like this, and a human being ducked underneath it.
To get on the bus.
Unbelievable.
So, yeah, so anyway, you were saying it was free, which was amazing. So that's taken us, granted we're not exactly beside the train station,
No.
but that's taken us from the ship into the city. And as you can see here, the city is really well signed. So you can see we're just a straight walk now for what, 10 minutes? And that should in theory get us to the train station. We've got a bit of work to do today because what I have noticed in the last couple of minutes is there's quite a height difference between us. So if I walk like that, then yeah. So anyway, we are gonna head to the train and we will update you on how that goes. I'm predicting more chaos,
I think it's going to be really
but
chaotic.
let's see how we get on.
Hello, so we are at Civitavecchia.
Close enough.
Close enough. We're at the train station. We got a ticket. We're waiting for half an hour. It was quite easy. It cost, how much did it cost?
$4.60, I think.
$4.60 each for a
One
one-way.
way.
We're going to St. Peter's Square,
Yeah, close enough. San Pietro, I think it is. Pietro.
San Pietro, which is the stop of the Vatican. So that's a tip. If you want to go there and not necessarily Rome, get a specific train there. It's pretty busy. Glad we didn't get an excursion. This has been much cheaper. Free bus, €4 for a train. Really easy.
They all seem to be going on that train.
Yeah, there was a huge party of people there.
Yeah.
I think they called it the green train on Costa. But yeah, it's all been very easy, very straightforward.
Yeah, fun of a tourist trap.
Oh, there was a tourist trap, yes. So there was a big sign saying train tickets to Rome here.
Which these guys will have seen actually.
Yeah, does the job. In we went. Everything was branded as the bus, what are they called, the open top bus company?
Yeah, the big, something like
Big
that,
bus
yeah.
where you get on and off in cities, and they were also selling the train tickets. I didn't actually catch how much they were selling a train ticket for, so I don't know if they were going to scam us or not.
Yeah, and we just came next door and happened to find the train station ticket
Yeah.
counter.
But I'm glad we went in because we learned that we needed to get the 9:43, not the fast train. 'Cause it
Yeah, they
doesn't
were
stop
good
at,
in there, to be fair,
St.
for info.
Peters. So we found out which train and where to go. So all in all, handy.
Yeah, so we've got 20 minutes to wait and hopefully our version of that is about to come around the corner. The train is here, Laura. Shall we go upstairs or downstairs?
This is the closest first class on a plane I've ever been.
Yeah. Look at how much room is on here.
I'm delighted. Where do you want to sit?
Anywhere.
Which way do you think faces forward?
That way.
Should we go here?
Yep. So we have now got off the train and within moments actually we have found coffee and we are now chilling what looks like to you guys in the middle of a main road or a car park, but we are literally a stone's throw from the Vatican, aren't we?
If I was to crane my neck, I'd probably be able to see it.
Yeah.
One moment, viewers.
We're not sure how much the coffee here is going to cost. That's going to be the next
No,
drama.
that's the TV, so you can't see it actually.
What's your bet? I'm gonna say €7 euros
No,
each?
I think. Do you?
Maybe. We are close, it's literally behind that building.
€4.70.
Right, let's see who wins. We will update you in due course.
€6?
I think it might be, yeah. So anyway, look, to update you guys, what we have decided today is we initially were going to do Vatican, followed by going into Rome and then come back from the Rome station, but we've decided to just have, we'll say chilled day. It's probably still going to entail a lot of moving around. I think we'll probably just do the Vatican and then head back. The lines are going to be interesting along here.
Yeah. I think it's going to be very busy. There's people swarming. I think the only word to use is swarming everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for an audio tour, maybe one themed on the Da Vinci Code. I mean, that's
niche
it's very,
for the cathedral.
But the Vatican, you haven't read the Da Vinci Code. You need to read the Da Vinci Code.
Was it themed on that?
It comes to the Vatican, very, very famously.
Laura will update you later if she gets a Da Vinci Code themed audio guide around the St. Peters Basilica.
And if they don't offer one, that is a niche.
I think doubtful, but let's wait and see.
The people will want it. Okay, I would place a bet. Whoever wins the bet gets free ice cream when we get back to the ship later.
Okay, what's the bet?
There will be reference to the Da Vinci Code today.
Okay, I bet there won't be.
Okay, I've got a sweaty hand.
Me too. So, on that wonderful note, I'm going to go and not disinfect, what's the word? I'm going to sanitise my hand now. But yeah, we will take you guys along to St. Peter's. We'll show you what the queue is like. For reference, it's about midday at the moment, so we'll show you what the queue is like. And yeah, hopefully, show you one of the most incredible cathedrals that Italy has got to offer. So after a pretty short walk after lunch, we arrived. Welcome to one of the most impressive squares on the planet. This is St. Peter's Square at the very entrance to the Vatican. Now this square is absolutely enormous. It's 320 metres long, 240 metres wide, and can accommodate up to 300,000 people. It is absolutely incredible. What you're looking at here is the Basilica that we will take you into and show you inside shortly, but it in itself is an absolute work of art. Now all the way around this square you're going to see pillar after pillar after pillar. Now there's actually 284 of these pillars that go all the way around and fully encompass the square. So let me leave you to have a look and we'll catch up with you just before we head in. So we are now, we should probably get past the security bit, where I think...
We've been in a
hot.
queue for some time in the baking sun and I'm not cold.
Yeah, how long do you reckon that took? About 40 minutes maybe?
40 minutes to an hour.
Yeah, so we've passed through security, we're about to re-enter the square to go into the Basilica now. I'm excited because we've just remembered that you can climb up inside the dome, which we're going to see how much it is and see if it's maybe too busy to do that because there's a lot of people here. But
Yeah, Fraser told me that I had to wear modest clothing, so I'm now wearing two outfits. As you can see, I have a thick cotton jumper and a calf-length skirt, whilst also having clothes on underneath.
yeah.
No one else seems to have done that, so
Yeah, which
that's
is
really
weird
helped
because
with
they
the
do
sweating.
have a dress code in my defence, but for whatever reason it seems to be quite relaxed. Anyway, let's head in, show you guys the inside of the Basilica. First impressions before we do?
very white, as in the stone is very pure.
Okay, unexpected first impression. So yeah, very white is what we're landing on so far. So yeah, let's go and head in. And then we were inside. Welcome to St. Peter's Basilica. This is the largest church on the planet. It took 120 years to build this thing, and just standing in here, you can appreciate it is an absolute work of art. Now you've got the main basilica, aka the cathedral here. We then went downstairs into the tomb of the popes, where, believe it or not, the previous popes are all entombed. I didn't realise that was under this basilica, but it was quite amazing to see. Now, inside the sanctuary itself, there's a whole load of art to look at. One thing that's pretty interesting is that there's a statue here dedicated to St. Peter, which you're going to see next. That statue has become a tourist attraction in itself here for one reason. Do you know what I'm going to say? If you do, let me know in the comments. But basically, the reason why people love to visit this statue is to rub the feet. Believe it or not, this statue used to have very well defined toes that have now fully blended into the rest of the foot, which I thought was absolutely fascinating. It used to be customary to kiss it, then obviously due to various things like, for example, an entire global pandemic, people resorted to touching it rather than kissing it. Anyway, next up for us, we wanted to climb the dome to get a really good bird's eye view of the Vatican. Here's your prices, here's our tickets, and let's head inside. So the 551 steps have started. Laura?
Yeah.
The foot's doing well.
Foot's will just come down.
Yeah. You're coming back down. Yeah, the foot's surviving.
Foot's surviving, on the way.
We'll continue walking. But yeah, hopefully this will take, well, I mean, the less time the better, really. Hopefully within the next couple of minutes we will be at the top.
Couple of minutes, that's really optimistic.
Now, after you climb the first set of stairs, you find yourself in such an incredible position. Look what's here. If you remember down in the square, you were looking up at the top of the columns towards these huge statues. You're now up there, level with them, ready to climb again. I know what you're thinking. We're doing all this climbing and you're playing classical music on the video. Don't worry, we're about to get a lot more upbeat because this is the more difficult part of the climb, and I'll see you at the top. Okay, what up? We're basically in the middle of a walkway right now, which is why we're sort of back and forward. How do you feel?
The foot, which we mentioned earlier, hurts a lot. 551 steps.
Doesn't go lightly.
It's done it some damage. However, very glad we've come up here. Excellent view of Vatican City.
And I'm clinging to a pillar, so I'm struggling to go any closer. So any like videos that I put on, you're going to have to put up with the railing as well. Maybe you could take one a little bit closer and we'll get it on.
I'd like full video credit.
Intensely high. I think all that's left for us now, we're going to head back down and probably head back to the ship. Do we have anything else on the way? Fanta and maybe a toasty en route, so we'll stay tuned on that. Otherwise, we will catch up with you properly. Well,
on the ship?
Yeah, on the ship. See you in a bit. Okay, hi guys, we are now back on the ship. So, to be honest, today has been a bit of a whirlwind. So we are currently, I'm in my room, just getting ready to head out. Laura has nipped back to her room, although I haven't heard from her for a while, so I'm suspicious and think she may have started napping. So, yeah, our plan for tonight is to head out. We've got quite a lot on actually. So first up, I'm going to head up to the top deck for Sailaway, because our weather today is, you could hopefully tell earlier on in this video, but our weather today is just, man, it's beautiful. It must be like 24, 25 degrees out there. There's not a bit of wind, it's so sunny, and we're sailing past Symphony tonight on one side and Epic on the other. Unless one of them's already left, but I think we're up first. So Sailaway should be lovely. After that, we'll be heading down to try and get good seats, so we're heading down early to Lava, which was the show tonight down in Colosseo, which was that theatre in the round style venue. After that, we're going to head along to the pizzeria, which on here is an additional charge, but we'll walk you through what that looks like a little bit later in the video. And then finally, we're going to close off with one of the dance troupes that are on board this week. So Toscana's currently got a Ukrainian dance troupe on board, and we went to see them a few nights ago, and they were excellent. So we're going to finish our night in there tonight as well. So yeah, we've got a lot to do today. Generally speaking, how would I wrap up today? I mean, Rome, I really enjoyed Rome. I haven't been there for years, and I forgot how much I just, to be honest, love the city. What I would say is that to visit Rome on a cruise, it is pretty ambitious. So we, as you know, kind of took the shuttle bus and walked to the station, then took the train, then came back, then took a different shuttle, and yeah, it's a lot of travel. So even as someone who usually loves getting off to do his own thing, today has been great and I've really, really enjoyed it. See, to be honest, it's kind of taken it out of me a bit, and I think we might have, I say we might have an early night. We're planning a dinner and 2 shows, so yeah, maybe an early night won't happen. But what I would say is, look, if you're planning to visit Rome, just be prepared for it to be quite an intense stay. If you've got a later sail away, then you'll probably enjoy the luxury of a bit more time. But we got back to the ship today, what, about 4 o'clock? And then when we got on, we went to the buffet to get some pasta, and then afterwards we just chilled out down in Colosseo with a coffee. So yeah, it's kind of got to now, we're getting ready to sail away. I've just had a shower and I'm a bit like, okay, hang on, let's just chill. So yeah, I think Symphony isn't leaving until 8 o'clock. So they've got 2 hours on us, which would give you way more time to chill out and explore Rome a bit. But for us today, it's been a little bit, okay, let's run to the Vatican, let's quickly go back. Yeah, so it's felt quite intense. But hey, look, let's get up to the top deck, get into the sunshine, and watch Sail Away. And then I guess we'll catch up with you guys over a pizza. Wow, okay, it's very bright up here, so I'm hoping that you'll be able to see me, but yeah, came up here for Sail Away and unfortunately we are delayed. So I've done a couple of laps of the ship and had a look over the side, and when I looked over the side there was a tour group just arriving back. So it looks as though there's been a bit of an issue with 1 or 2 of the excursions today, which we're currently 30 minutes after Sail Away, so I think, to be honest, let's call it quits here and head down to the show. Now, it's confirmed, Laura did have a bit of a nap when she got back to the room, so I am a lone ranger for Sail Away at the moment. But yeah, let's head down to the theatre, we'll take in the show, and then, as I mentioned earlier, we'll catch up with you guys over a pizza and talk to you a little bit about that. So yeah, look, let's head down, unfortunately, out of the sunshine, and we'll catch you in a bit.
We're on 42%.
42?
Yeah,
Good.
it's very good.
No idea if the camera will pick up any noise in here because it's loud. Look at the seats you've managed to get.
Yeah, they're really good. There's been a lot going on.
Yeah, this is going well. And we can even watch Sailaway from the cameras, which obviously we are still stationed, so that's a live camera in front of him. Oh, there is movement. I am excited. Right, so show 1 done.
It was good.
It was good, wasn't
Do
it?
you know what? I thought it was going to be my favourite of the trip so far, and it wasn't. I really
don't think it was
enjoyed
mine either.
my favourite so far was.
Hang on, say it after 3. See if it's the
I don't
same.
think it's the same.
1, 2, 3, Ukrainian dance troupe. You
Yeah.
didn't say it after 3.
I didn't know what you were going to say. The CCBDT, which I choose to believe stands for the Costa Cruises Brilliant Dance Troupe, but that's unconfirmed.
I'm not sure if it will because it's an external group. However, they are
Unlikely.
excellent.
Really, really good.
And the good news for tonight is that we're seeing them next. Yeah, so
2 shows in a night. This is the first cruise I've been on where there's 2 shows a night.
there's a lot of entertainment on here.
Lots of packing. We've
What
been
time
very
is it?
busy. The time is currently 20 past 8.
Okay.
Quarter
So
past
2
10.
hours until the next show.
Well, we need to be there an hour early.
Yeah, so we're going to go early. We tend to operate the shows on here as like shifts, where basically we go in usually about an hour early actually.
You have to.
Secure the seats and then you take it in turns to go to get a few drinks, to go to the bathroom, to go get fresh air, to lie down, have a nap, all of the above.
It's only me that's been napping so far. But that has happened twice. 2
So, yeah.
consecutive nights.
We've got show number 2 in 2 hours and we're both really looking forward to it because that show there was excellent.
Very good.
But
The
before-
acrobats have really added something to the shows
Yeah.
on this cruise.
They have been good. But before that,
Pizza.
I was going to say, care to share where we are?
Yeah, we're at the pizzeria. I have a glass of wine.
In the pizzeria on here, I'm so impressed with it. I've told Laura it's the best. So coming out of lockdown, I bought an uni pizza oven, and I'm a connoisseur, I would say.
You eat a
If
lot of
I
pizza.
say so myself. And the pizza on here, guys, it is actually so good. Well, it was so good 3 weeks ago, so one would assume it's going to still be good. So we're going to cut now, and we will show you the pizza when it's on this table.
We've looked better.
I'd go as far as to say we have looked better, I think I would agree. So here we are in the arena. We have got in nice and early, as we said, in order to get seats. You can see that we've got
Been a real rush on.
the majority of the venue to ourselves at the moment. But don't let that fool you. 10 minutes from now, this place will be jumping.
Mobbed.
So,
Jumping.
Anyway, pizza, how did that go?
Really, really well.
Yeah, it's honestly, I am so impressed with the pizza on here, and if you're a Costa Club member, so the loyalty program, you get a discount. So my pizza was like €8 and yours was 9
Mine
or
was 9,
something?
it's Parma ham, buffalo mozzarella, ricotta, really good.
Yeah, and to be honest, they probably were big enough that we could share. No, I
I
take
ate
that
nearly
back.
a whole one, you ate a whole one plus some of mine.
So after here, we're going to go and try the ice cream, and by try I mean go for the
Repeat.
multiple night in a row
Yeah.
because it is also very, very good. Look, anyway, we are here for the next show, and that will be the end of the night. So tomorrow we are docking in Genoa, and to be confirmed what we're doing, but we're thinking aquarium maybe? Aquarium and Pesto, because that is the home of Pesto. So yeah, anything else from you tonight? Final words?
Good night.
Good night. That is a final word, isn't it? So on that very definitive note, we are going to leave you here. Hopefully you've enjoyed today. If you have, then feel free to subscribe and come and join us tomorrow in Genoa. But yeah, for now, as Laura says, was that a salute?
It was a salute.
Good night.